Welcome to another review that I'm doing today, and this one is the Bachmann Fairburn tank number 42085. And what I've done, I've left the 3 blood encrusted morsels that I had with the video I did with the T9, and I've added a nice cuckoo line head code disc, rather like I did with a previous video with 80151 with 3 green bulliards to represent cuckoo line combination in the 60s. Well, this is similar to what you would have had up until the late 1950s. Fairburn tank with 3 morsels, all 3 bulliards. Most of the time they would have been green, but they were, on occasions you did get some blood encrusteds. My dad has got a photo of number 42105 on a cuckoo line train departing Eastbourne in about 1958, and that's actually got a blood encrusted Mark 1 behind it. So I'll put the link on the description box below so you can have a click on it, have a look at it. And also 4285 did run, this was one of the Fairburns that did run on the southern region, and this one in particular visited the Bluebell back in 2010 for their branch line weekend. And I also put the link in the description box below, the photos I took of that gala weekend that featured the Fairburn tank, and that was very sought after. It was unfortunately, the Fairburn itself was in pretty poor condition when it came down to the Bluebell. I think it's towards the back end of its ticket, and it was very touch and go right up until the last minute, right until the early morning of the Saturday branch line weekend. They weren't even sure it was going to run, but fortunately it did. If you click on the link in the box of my photo album, you'll see a few photos of it from that gala event. But if we look at the model itself, again, Bachmann top drawer model again, and I do think Bachmann has started to overtake Hornby now. I mean, if they were behind a few years ago in the details department, they really have sort of come on really well in the last few years, and Hornby have maybe just started to lag behind now. But there's some lovely difference between the BR standard tanks and the Fairburns, with the old rivets on the side of the cab. Just on there, the cab side and the tender sides there, that was one of the main differences. Very similar to the standard 4 tanks, but that was one of the big differences, was the old rivets. And if we just come around, there's reasonable detail in the interior cab. If I just run it forward a little bit, you won't see too much. Obviously I can imagine with enclosed cab locos like this, it's pretty difficult to, paint up and put any decent detail in it. But there is some mouldings in there, unpainted, of some interior cab detail, which it's not bad. You can't really expect so much good detail with tank engines with enclosed cabs to have the same sort of detail with engines and models that have got nice open cabs, and you can easily get access to adding these details in. But you can't really see much there. I'll try bringing it in. There is some detail, but not that great deal. But I don't really expect that with model locos like this. But again, with Bachmann, it's a lovely, easy-going loco. Again, decent motor in it. We just watch it go around a couple of times, and it's lovely and smooth. And I got this for Christmas 2 years ago. This model was, or still is, being released as a DCC fitted only model, but luckily when my dad bought this model, he asked for the chip to be removed, which the shop owner kindly did, so I could run it on my model layout, which is basically, it's analog / DCC ready, mainly because I've only got a pretty small layout and there's just no point having it all fully digitised up. So fortunately I was lucky that the shop the guy in the model shop in Eastbourne was happy enough just to remove the already installed decoder chip. But as you can see, with the loco going around with 3 mortals on it, pretty easy, not struggling at all. So if we just bring it around one more time, and this is what you would have seen late 1950s on the Cuckoo line circuit between Eastbourne and Tunbridge Wells, before the standard 4 tanks took over from them. As I say, if I bring it there, that's the head code. You would have had 2 white discs to indicate the route. And just a quick plug, this is a DVD I bought last year called Memories of the Cuckoo Line. Really good DVD. It's a double DVD, this. As you can see, there's a standard 4 tank there at Horham Station, with 3 green bulliards on it. It's 80064, that one. So, and if you just open it up, it's a double DVD, and it gives the route there. Eastbourne Station, that's where it started and finished. Handon Park, that's where I grew up, about 5-minute walk from Handon Park Station, as did my dad. So obviously he was, that's how he got into his steam hobby. When he grew up in the 50s and 60s, he was literally next to Handon Park level crossing, and if you see it, then goes up to Polegate, Hailsham, Hellingly, Horham, Heathfield. You have Mayfield, Argus Hill Tunnel, Rotherfield. Then you went on to Redgate Mill Junction, which then turned into double track, and then around to Airridge, Groombridge, and finally Tunbridge Wells West. So this is a really good DVD if you're interested. The first one's very much sort of a documentary style to it. The second one is, we've got the more like archive footage and that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in the Cuckoo line, etc., and the history of it, very good DVD. Really good. A couple of hours long. As you say, it was from Tunbridge Wells West to Eastbourne, or vice versa, Eastbourne to Tunbridge Wells West. And as I say, up to the late 50s, it was Fairburn tanks before the standard 4 tanks came over and took over the jobs the Fairburns did. But yeah, in terms of finishing off with the Bachmann model itself, I'll just bring it around broadside view. Lovely model. Again, it has to be said, another winner by Bachmann here. They are rolling out these models. And I have to say, I can't wait to see the E4s released. I'd imagine we won't see them for a good 18 months, 2 years, but Bachmann's 2013-2014 catalogue announced at the weekend, and you're going to have E4 tanks coming out, 2 in BR black. So I'll try and get one as renumbered as 32473 on the Bluebell, when that was in BR livery with the early logo, and then the other one is 32470, I think, and that's got the latter BR Tatum on the tank. So I'll be most definitely buying those 2 tank locos, the E4s, whenever we see them released from Bachmann. And I'd imagine, as I say, 18 months, 2 years we'll probably see them, but be lovely to have the E4s, the Terriers, Fairburns, standard 4 tank, to go a nice selection of of course, an M7, don't forget the M7, to go with the lineup of tank locos I've got. So yeah, good times ahead coming from Bachmann, along with, of course, South Eastern Chatham Birdcage brake carriages they're also releasing to go the seas. So it's going to be a really good couple of years coming up from Bachmann with their releases they're going to do, and I hope Hornby's taken note of that. I really do, because Hornby's releases are okay that are coming out. You know, I'm looking forward to Duke of Gloucester and all that, but it wasn't exactly anything, you know, groundbreakingly new from them. But as I say, Bachmann are certainly doing the business, and as you can see with the Fairburn, they really have done a nice model with this. So that's my review. Any comments, questions, please put in the description box below. And as I say, click on the links of my dad's photo of 42105 at Eastbourne. That was on 1958 with a blood and custard set behind it, departing Eastbourne for a Cuckoo Line train, and also my gallery from the 2010 branch line weekend that featured the Fairburn. So yeah, okay, thanks for listening, and that was my review of 42085. Cheers, thank you.